Some of us probably heard the saying, what we focus on grows. And this is very true, and I found that the opposite is also true. What we don't focus on or what we neglect also grows. Good morning, sunshine. Welcome back to my videos. This is video 19 of 30 videos, and we are more than halfway there. In my past videos, I mentioned how I was focusing on doing this one thing. And in this week, I also mentioned how a life of balance is a big part of life focus. So sometimes it all sounds like a battle trying to balance your life while pursuing your dreams, but I only share one small actionable steps in all of my videos that brings us results. And that's what we call the Kaizen method, or small steps that are actionable and produces big and lasting results. It's small improvements that make an impact. But this is not the book I'm reviewing. I just happened to bring it on this cruise, and I will get more into it in another video. Today, it's about this book, The Power of Focus. So as you go through your journey testing what you're learning, you will see for yourself that balancing while focusing on one thing can seem counterproductive, but be patient. You'll see that it's necessary, and don't worry, because you'll eventually find a system that works for you. So speaking of battle, in one of my videos this week, I mentioned that I suffer from vertigo, and here I am on another cruise, and yeah, I get vertigo once in a while. Actually, every time I go on a cruise. But this time, I was only knocked out once during this cruise, and I was in bed all day. And I don't mind that because I do love cruising and it's worth it. So I don't mind getting sick a little bit. So let me take you around the ship as I speak about the topic of focus, because like this beautiful ship, there are a lot of distractions. So we needed to choose our activities wisely, because not all distractions are good. And I never really know when my vertigo will kick in and focus goes out the window. So what better time than now to talk about focus, right? I read this book, Powerful Focus, and it's helped me gain a little more clarity, because we are now living in the age of distractions. We are just so used to it that we don't even realize we're distracted. So I'm obviously back home, and I'm wearing my new set of glasses that I picked out during my video on clarity, and this was video number 3 of 30, so go watch it. So I'm trying to refocus again after vacation, and that was a nice distraction, but I have such a crappy time getting back on track. And speaking of crappy, today is a crappy weather, it's rainy, so I'm gonna start with this statement. Sometimes on our journey, we will encounter what I call crappy distractions. Pardon my French, I'm just playing with words today. So let's take my walk one morning as an example. I love seeing these geese. My husband calls them my friends, because I love how they fly, and I love to just watch them fly all together in a V-shaped formation. Sometimes when we go on road trips, I look at the sky and I wait for them and I watch them. I can watch them all day if I could. I know that's weird, right? I love them, and that's why I have these geese up here, right up here, as my decor, and I sprayed it gold so I can have the golden geese. There's a story about the golden goose, and I will probably do another video on that, maybe. But during my walks, the geese are on the ground and they do their business on my path. And there was so much crap on the path, and they are kind of big and gross. So we had to avoid them. I was complaining to my husband and told him it was like going through an obstacle course that the last few days. And he called it Obstacrap course. And then he joked with me and said, but I thought they were your friends, Rose. Why are you complaining about your friends? Okay, he was right. Then I replied out loud, you're right, but I also complain about my human friends. They also bring like crap sometimes, and they also share some crap sometimes. Now these goose are no different. So like these geese, our association with people are no different. Yes, we still have to deal with them because we love them, but we can still determine what to stay away from that distracts us from our dreams, because they are like crap on your walk to success. So we need to get into the habit of choosing wisely in order to keep our focus. Some obvious examples are like the long use of our devices, using social media endlessly, watching the negative news, binging on Netflix, even participation in so many online groups. Not all groups are productive and helpful, and we discussed the benefits of community in our last video. That was video 20. These are just random examples I'm coming up with that will take away our focus instantly. There are very good distractions in life, and be aware of those moments because you can easily miss them. And this is where you learn to balance by determining what's really important to you. So I think the Powerful Focus book is a must-read for anyone seeking to learn how to enhance productivity or overcome distractions and achieve our goals, especially in today's digital age where attention is constantly divided. So in Thibaut Maurice's book, he provides a comprehensive roadmap to reclaiming our focus and maximizing our mental abilities. It has a perfect blend of scientific research, relatable examples, and even practical exercises. And the book equips us readers with tools to cultivate a focused mindset. It also helps us eliminate procrastination and achieve a state of flow in our work. So I believe that if we start implementing the strategies that are outlined in Powerful Focus, we can unlock our potential, maybe accomplish more in less time, and experience a sense of fulfillment in our personal and professional lives. I like the book because it's small and simple to digest. But don't worry if you don't grab his book. I'm sure I go through a lot of the strategies already inside my contents. Now, all the videos I've created so far has been to help you, or us, that's including me, focus on what really matters. If you remember, we've talked about letting go of something good for something better, decluttering, simplifying, organizing, and of course the topic of planning. And these are just to name a few. And if you haven't watched any yet, what are you waiting for? Go watch from the beginning. These videos I'm sharing are what I paid for to learn, which I am implementing with you, and I'm sharing them with you for free. So yes, go watch the videos 1 to 18 and all the videos that will follow. Also, tell me in the comments below your thoughts on these videos so far. I would really appreciate it. So back to the cruise. Okay, I'm everywhere today, but I'll circle back, I promise. We do love cruising, and on a cruise, and depending which cruise lines you go on, there are plenty of things to do that I am sometimes overstimulated by, because there's so much good shows, activities, and so on. And it doesn't help that my husband is such a maximizer that he is used to filling our day with so many plans. I had to put my foot down one time and tell him, hey, this is my vacation too. I'd like to lounge and read a book sometimes. And sure enough, on one cruise, he let me do it. Left me in the sun, fell asleep, and woke up with a very bad sunburn, which was painful and didn't go away for almost 2 years. Seriously, I tell no lie. Anyways, back to the topic of focusing and distractions. Sometimes what you don't focus on or what you neglect also grows. It's like my sunburn. I neglected it and my husband left me there and I was in pain, and let's just say something grew. I grew angry. Yes. Well, not really. I didn't expect him to take care of me. Okay, I do expect him to take care of me, but he left me there so long. And speaking of neglecting things under the sun, a great example of neglect is my garden. There were summers our focus were on other things, and as an example, we had a small trailer home in Vermont by this beautiful lake, and we went there every summer with our young boys on weekends. So there were some summers when it was hard to tend to my garden, and I would do the bare minimum. And lo and behold, the weeds at my home just grew rampantly, and it was so much and it was so hard to remove, but I kept ignoring it, and the more I ignored it, the more it grew. Duh. And it was the same with our garage. It is so much cleaner now, but for a while we just dumped everything inside and ignored it. It got so packed and overwhelming that you don't even want to go in there. So the same thing with my closet. It just keeps growing as I neglect it. Some of you ladies probably know what I'm talking about. Yes, tell me in the comment if you know what I'm talking about. So yes, it's true that what you don't focus on also grows. If you don't already know, the quote, "What you focus on grows," means that, like a plant, the more attention and energy we give it, the more it will expand and develop. So in essence, our focus acts as a catalyst for growth and progress. And when we prioritize and concentrate our efforts on a specific goal, a skill, or an area of our lives, we give it necessary attention and resources to flourish and blossom like a plant. So then by directing our focus towards positive and meaningful aspect of our lives, we can then create opportunities, cultivate expertise, and achieve great results. However, focusing solely on one thing can have adverse effects if it leads to neglecting other important things in our life. We understand that concentration and dedication are essential for success in a particular pursuit, but an excessive focus on one aspect may result in an imbalance in other areas such as relationships, health, or personal well-being. So this imbalance can then lead to burnout, strained relationships, neglect of self-care, and lack of fulfillment in the long run. It's like weeds that grow and become very hard to remove. So you know what this means? In order to prevent the adverse effects, we need to find a healthy balance and practice mindful prioritization. So if there's one takeaway from this video, it is to pay attention to what you ignore because they do grow. So for today's short assignment, take the time to reflect on past experiences and see where you've also neglected certain things that can be improved upon. What one thing have you ignored and wish you can change? This could be as simple as eating better, exercising, or spending more time reading, or maybe it can be as complex as spending enough time nurturing relationships. Now, some things can't be changed, but we can move on by changing ourselves to do a little better each day. Now remember, small and simple improvements. Rome wasn't built in a day. So go ahead and write these down and write one small step to change it. That's it for today's video. These videos are simple and imperfect videos, but they are actionable and achievable. Until then, go ahead and subscribe and like this video if it added a little value to your day. Don't forget to subscribe and maybe even share the sunshine to others. Until then, à la prochaine mes amis. See you on the next video. Bye for now.